forgive? Hurting memories and forgiveness. Can you forgive? Join us as Blair shares the forgiveness challenge.
Very good. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guest. Forgiveness. A couple of weeks ago, I gave a speech about my experience riding the bumper cars at the local fair. I told the story about how I at 10 wanted to ride the bumper cars. We've all had those at some time at a carnival or fair, I'm sure. And I begged my father to let me get on the bumper cars. He put it off and said, no, 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 and finally he gave in. And when he finally gave in, I was so excited to get into that bumper car, get my hands on that steering wheel, and push that gas engine, and nothing happened. I sat there in the middle of this track, and nothing happened. Nothing moved. And no one came to help me, including my father. I thought he would come in out of the crowd and say, give her a ride or help her get a ride. I was hurt. But what is really interesting for me to tell you this story is that I thought of that when I went to the local bumper car place here in Chandler with my family. The kids got in the bumper cars and suddenly I had a flashback. I was 10 years old and I couldn't ride this bumper car. I actually had to look at myself and say, you really wanted to do that and you never got to do it. People didn't care or people didn't engage with you. There were no Agathists at that time to help me get back into a bumper car. What was interesting is that after our club meeting was over, 2 people came up to me and said, you didn't tell us how to take care of that. What are we supposed to do if that happens to us when we have that hurt, that anger? The hurt and the anger that we experience when we're moving through our lives happens all along the way. At 10 years old, when I couldn't get that bumper car to run, one of you had a girlfriend who deserted you, left with pain and hurt. And the pain and the hurt are there for partly because we were given that ability as humans to feel pain, to share that pain, and to understand that pain and or hurt. Sure, I'm going to punch you out because you did that to my sister. No. What we have found over the years of studying anger and forgiveness is that we have to forgive. Can I forgive? Can I forgive someone who took something that belonged to me? Can I forgive someone who took my friend from me? It's not a matter of changing your relationship with that person that you take care of your forgiveness. And that's what I would like you to think about as you go home tonight. There's some place in my life, there's something today that may have benefited from my not using the anger, I'll get even, I'll get back at you, but saying to yourself, I'm going to forgive that person. Oh, come on, we aren't going to church, are we? No, we're not talking about that. And no, we're not talking about hurting somebody or carrying a burden that says, I have to forgive you for this. Because clearly, the whole concept of forgiveness is one of being able to free ourselves, release myself from the pain and the hurt that is associated with that particular item. There is no question that we do nothing to accomplish a good success with a relationship by escalating the pain, by pushing the pain, by asking that person to be involved. No, because we do not accomplish forgiveness by just punching out or giving back. There's actually a developed concept of a way to deal with this issue, And the way to deal with this issue has us determined to start the very first thing that we do when we're dealing with our pain and our hurt is to find a way to put that person or that item away from us, to move it away from us. As we carry it inside of our hearts or we carry it on our back, we are constantly reinforcing the pain. We're thinking of the pain. We're ruminating over the pain. Move that pain away. Put it on someone else. Put it on someplace else. One way to put it on someone else is to just simply say, she was really a very nice person and she really wanted to do something good, but this all got confused and disoriented. That's a forgiveness. And remember, you can forgive anyone when they're dead. You don't need to deal with the person right up front and right here to determine or to forgive. When we forgive, we move our hurt and our blame over to another place, another person, another thing. And then we say, can I forgive? I have forgiven. The whole occupation of our lives, that pain and hurt that we carry on our backs is too much. Think about it. A 5-minute session, sitting and just saying to myself, I'm forgiving them, I'm not dealing with it. I am not carrying that pain with me anymore. I am putting that hurt, that pain back here, out of my daily life, and I will go on living my life having given forgiveness to that particular issue. May I just add to that telling the whole story of my little bumper car. I still haven't gotten to ride a bumper car, and I don't know if I'll give in to that yet. But know that when you have a flashback to an experience, there's a story that you can start to tell, and a story you can share right here with your friends at Toastmasters.